All right, we back on. Welcome in Divine Collective and Detectives. Okay, it's Lady Isis, the spiritual detective, and my intent here is to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay. Um, I was channeling a message in regards to this silent or subtle power that the Divine Collective has, and a lot of times it could be intimidating to some. A lot of times people may be intrigued or inspired by you. Sometimes people don't know how to perceive you because of how powerful you are, or because of this, very subtle power that you have or that you exude. And on a flip side of that, that sense of, inner power, inner strength, it can attract people who that are inspired by you but don't know how to tell you they're inspired by you. It can attract people who make themselves become an enemy to you because you shed light on, shadows within them that they are not ready to face. Okay, so it's like the Divine Collective has this sense of power, or this very subtle power, where you are inspirational to people that you don't even realize you are inspiring to. Okay, I have the Strength card here as well. Okay, you have this fire. I'm hearing like fire and desire. You have this fire within you, and you could be a Leo, okay, or you just have this energy of a Leo, okay, and you're very compassionate. You're very influential. A lot of times you might find that people come to you for inspiration, or almost like you're the strong friend. You're the one that people can lean on. You're the one that people, don't really question if you're okay, because they automatically assume you're okay, right? That's what it's given. And you inspire people, like I said, that you know or that you may not know, but they are definitely inspired by you, okay? I'm even getting like celebrities. Like there could be celebrities that are watching the Divine Collective and being inspired by the Divine Collective. And I'm also picking up on too that, you might not know how people perceive you, but celebrities perceive you as a celebrity. Okay? And good afternoon, Phoenix Rising. And what I was saying, you inspire people to go on. Like you give people that sense of like groundedness or human connection, right? There are people who are really looking to connect with other people. Real people, not people that's performing, not people that's putting on a show to be accepted, not people who, you could just tell they're fake, or, not being who they truly are. There are people who want to connect with other real people who are going through real things, who have real testimonies, people who they can relate to. And that's the vibe that I get from the collective. It's like, if you're resonating with this message, you have that type of energy. You have that type of energy that make people feel comfortable. They want to talk to you. They want to open up to you. They want to be around you. And then on the flip side, you have people who will be intimidated by you, who will not know how to perceive you or not know how you're going to perceive them. Okay, because of this power, this subtle power that you exude. Okay. And I have the Tower in the reverse, and then I have the Strength card here. And then I have the Five of Cups. So I feel like the things that you have had to overcome, you probably feel like nobody understands this. Nobody understands the things that you have overcame, okay? You have people that you had to walk away from that, you know, totally let you down or just failed you in a sense, or you had to let go of the idea that people could be who you thought they were, right? Or living within that sense of potential that you thought that they had, but they really wasn't living up to that. Okay, so I feel like you have dealt with a lot of grief, a lot of loss, and having to walk away, you know, and turn your back on people who really betrayed you. Okay, who really was the reason that you had a new perspective of them or a new, you know, idea of them because of some things that they've done to you. So it's like you had to channel this inner strength. This inner strength that you have is a divine inner strength. Okay, you've had a lot of tower moments that you've had to overcome here. That built this resilience that exudes from you, Divine Collective. Okay? You had no choice but to go through the fire. You had no choice but, you know, to change your perspective and your mindset on how you view the world and how you experience the world and how you show up in the world, because you had no choice but to adapt, you know, but to get through it. Right, Phoenix, but to become. Okay? I'm hearing that went through the fire and I'm coming out gold. It's a song that goes like that. I'm hearing it like, came through the fire and went through the fire and I came out gold. It's like you had to go through the fire to come out golden. That's what it took. And it has nothing to do, you know, the people who perceive you as a threat or that they're intimidated by your confidence or by the way that you show up. It's like, I can hear somebody thinking like, you have no idea what it took for me to get here. You have no idea the things that we have to go through to become the greatest version or becoming that version of ourselves. Right, because we'll get the hangman in reverse here. How many delays you have to overcome. How many, you know, how you had to learn how to have self-control and trust the universe and surrender to the universe. You know, and it's just people that have these small minds and limited perceptions, and you know, they base their whole existence off of the things they can acquire physically, and then be intimidated by you and how you're able to get through things because they perceive, or you know, yeah, they perceive confidence, or they perceive you know, self-worth based off the things that they have versus the experiences that you go through to become confident, to become who you are. You understand what I'm saying? So there are people who don't understand, and there are people that will never understand. And there are just people that it's not for you to help them understand, right? Make sure y'all double tapping the screen if y'all here. Let's get this live out to the For You page. Okay? But I just wanted to come on with a quick message from Spirit, the divine, to just encourage the collective on this day. To encourage you to keep going. Okay? To encourage you and to let you know that you are not alone. Okay? I know it may feel like it. I know it may seem like it sometimes. I know you may feel like you're misunderstood. Especially, you know, if you're a person that feel like you've been misunderstood your whole life. People just don't get it. I'm here to tell you, I get it. I understand. I know the amount of strength that it takes to keep going, to keep fighting. And those who don't get it, that's not your business. Okay? Your people, your soul tribe will find you. Always. Gratitude, Phoenix Rise. Just say thank you so much. It's always an honor to be in your presence. And it's always an honor to have you here. I appreciate y'all all. Y'all keep me going just like hopefully I keep y'all going. Because that's always the goal, to inspire, you know, because it could get rough. It could get rough out here, you know. And then I'm also picking up on somebody could be feeling like you're being kicked while you're already down. You know, do you know how wicked a person has to be to want to kick a person while they're already down? But on the flip side, do you understand how powerful you are for a person to feel like they got to kick you while you're down? You know, you got to be a powerful person. So it's just a matter of you remembering and knowing that even in hard times, you are still a divine being. No matter what. People gonna attack you no matter what you do. People are going to create narratives no matter what you do. No matter how you go about life. No matter how positive you are. They're going to find something negative in the positive. Okay? We can't focus on people who do that. We can't focus on the people who just rather see the negative in every situation. Okay? And a lot of times people project. You know, people literally project who they are. You know, it's not personal. And when I tell myself it's not personal, you know, because anytime a person has to bring up your past, they have to talk about what you got, what you don't got, what you look like, what you ain't looking like, how much better they are than you, then what does that really say about them? Because you ain't going out your way to try to make them feel no less than what we all know they are, right? You ain't going out your way to do that. But somehow they got to go out their way to try to make you feel less than what they know they is. That sounds like a personal problem. And see, that's the moment where we have to choose and stand in our divinity and say, that's not my energy. That's not how I feel about myself. How you feel about what I've been through and my struggles, that's on you. If you feel like I don't fit society standards and I'm so much less than you, then you're just not the person for me. Then, you know, because the fact of the matter is we all create our own success, whatever that look like to you. People who got to judge another person for what they do with their life and what they've been through in their life, they don't have confidence. They don't have what it takes to be a person like you. Because people who have really gone through some things, people who have really struggled and went through and didn't know how they was going to make it some days, we ain't trying to judge the next motherfucker because we know what it's like to struggle. We know what it's like to go through hard times. We know what it's like for people to turn their back on you. We know what it's like to walk alone, to have to walk, to be homeless, to not have things. We know what it's like. So we're not looking to judge another person based off materialistic shit that don't mean nothing. You can't take none of this shit with you when you die. You literally don't even take the skin you're in when you die. So what are you really living for then? What are you really doing with your life? You got people in this world that feel like materialistic things is the end all be all. That's all I need is money, materialistic shit, and a good image and a good performance, and I made it. That's not how this shit go. Greetings, y'all. That's not how it go. And I just feel like a lot of people just be having a divine collective all the way fucked up. Confidence don't have nothing to do with what you got. It's about who you are. Who you are at the core. Can you look in a mirror at yourself and really like the version that you see? I mean, in your raw state, when ain't nobody around, can you really look at yourself and say, I like me? I love myself. No matter who's here with me, I love myself. You know how many people can't even be alone? There are so many people who don't know how to be alone, let alone stand themselves. So again, they project hate, misery. They be malicious and, trying to do things to other people to make themselves feel better because they need these quick fixes because they're parasitic, They feed off of others people's downfall. They get a rise out of seeing other people look worse than them. Because that ain't always what is given. Just because a person look down, don't mean they down. And one thing I learned about life is you just don't judge a motherfucker. You don't judge a book by its cover. You don't judge a person's situation. Because the divine could be using that very person to teach their ass a lesson. The divine is using you to teach them a lesson. Because one thing I know, and two things for certain, the divine ain't never left me hanging. The divine ain't never left me out in the cold. That's one thing I know for a fact and can stand on. Never left me out. So it's a matter of trusting the process. It's a matter of putting the things that you know to the test. It's a matter of learning to detach from all things that don't serve your highest, most wealthiest timeline. It's about learning to create that reality that you really want to live within. If people are still able to trigger you in a way, then that means that's just something you need to work on, revisit. Maybe you revisit or, work on your self-confidence, how your self-talk. Step out of them self-sabotaging ways. It's all about your self-discovery, your self-mastery. Take everything and use it for your greatest good, whatever that may be. You feel like people are targeting you? Okay. What can I learn from this? Besides who they really are at the core, right? But what else could I take from this? Why would a person want to tear me down? Oh, because I'm already above them. They perceive me as being above them. So that's why they want to project onto me to pull me down. What else would it be? Because a person who's not intimidated by your presence, by your essence, they're not looking to tear you down. Shit. Divine essence recognize divine essence. You encourage when when you are not a jealous-hearted person and a malicious person. You encourage people. You love people. You want people to be better. You don't tear down other people to make yourself feel better, because that's weak. Okay, that's what weak-minded people do. Okay? And I look down, I see the devil card here. Okay? And like I said, it has a lot to do with self. I think a lot of times people take the devil card as a bad card. To me, it just depends on the energy that I'm picking up on. But the devil card in this instance, for me, it represents balance. You know, it represents healing your shadow self, bringing things into sync with each other. That's why I said, if you're feeling triggered by something that someone said, how a person treated you, what they're doing, what they're not doing, whatever that may look like for you, then it's questions that you need to ask within yourself and then overcome that. Become better. Become more confident. Talk about what you need to. Express what you need to. Don't worry about who watching you. You know, don't worry about what people think of you, what they're going to say about you, how they're going to judge you, and what they know about your past. None of that matters. Because like I said, we all got a day that we're going to die. And you can't take none of this shit with you. Okay? What you think about yourself is what matters. If you know you're not a malicious, shitty person, then why focus on another motherfucker that's malicious and shitty towards you? If you know you mean well. If you know you got a good heart. Okay? So there can also be some people trying to seduce you into lowering your frequency, lowering your energy. You know, using tactics to manipulate your energy so that you become more digestible and more, you know, fitting to their insecurities. You know, they want you to become self-destructive and sabotage yourself. No, you get to choose. Okay, you get to choose. You know, I just really been dealing with this energy today, because it's like, why do people have to do the things that they do instead of just saying, what is so hard about saying that a person is inspirational? Or that, you know, I really learned something from this person today. I see your glow up. You doing an amazing job. What is so hard about encouraging people? But then when you got people in this shadow energy that don't know themselves, and they base their whole existence on the things that they acquire, thinking that equates to good character and having morals, then that's what you get. You get people who are very shallow. Look, as soon as I split this, okay, let me flip this camera so y'all can read my cards correctly. It says, I create my own standard of success. That's basically what I'm getting at, collective. You create your own standard of success, no matter what that may look like. Long as it's successful to you. It could be short term or long term. You get from point A to point B. That's success. You maintaining a roof over your head. That's success. It ain't got to be in a goddamn Hampton somewhere. Or you know, Bel Air, wherever. Somewhere fancy. It ain't got to be nowhere fancy. It's just your standard. You say, is there any message? If you want to read it, you can definitely pay for one. But this is not that. I'm really just doing a collective reading right now. And I really want y'all to understand that, okay? We got seeing eye to eye and dreams coming true. Seeing eye to eye and dreams coming true. Okay? And these dreams come true when you learn the importance of creating your own standard of success. See, society has its way of creating illusions of what success looks like. You got to have the perfect body. You got to have the perfect house. You got to have, you know, one child. You know, you can't have all of these different things going on. You got to have this amount of money. You got to look like this in order to be desirable. You know, all of these things. And then what does that teaches the collective? It teaches the collective to always be searching for things outside of themselves to become more desirable to people that don't even matter. So Spirit is saying, you create your reality, okay? And you create your own standard of success. Ashe? And that is how your dreams come true. When you consciously co-create with the universe. Okay? We're not supposed to be living like everybody else. We are uniquely individuals who should be harmoniously living together as unique individuals. My success not supposed to look like your success. Is it still not a success? Is it still not worth the effort? Okay? And there are people who are just choosing not to see eye to eye with you, or choosing not to see the truth, or just choosing to be an op. Those are the people that you just probably need to let go at this point. Or people that want to shame you and make you feel like you're not a success. You are a success. You are magnificent. Understand that. Somebody's name could be Sylvia. And we got Thoth and I got Monica here as well. Yeah, Spirit said believe in yourself. It's time for you to believe in yourself, collective. Believe in yourself. We got 144 on the timer. I got demonic here. See, I like to say that, you know, where clarity resides, lies, manipulation, deception cannot. They don't coexist, right? Lies don't coexist with clarity. It's just one or the other. And you got people who purposely choose to be manipulative or misunderstanding or not seeing eye to eye to cause you mental confusion. Thank you, Dimples. To cause you mental confusion or to cause you to doubt yourself, cause you to not see your full potential when you look at yourself in the mirror, or to cause you to not show up as the best version of yourself. Those are the people that anybody that makes you question your worth, those are not your people. Those are not your people. You got ancient knowledge, and Spirit is saying it's time to say no. Yeah, it's time to say no. Look, I can't make it up, y'all. It says acting like they're your friend, but hate you. So somebody is acting like they like you, but they don't. That's what I will call envy. Okay? There are people that are choosing not to see eye to eye with the divine collective. They around you in your energy, in your space, you know, don't even like you for real. The signs is there, I'm hearing. The signs are there. Watch what they do. Watch what they don't do. Watch what they say. Their body language, their tone. You will hear it. You'll hear the envy. The envy can't help itself but to be envious. It can't. And because you are a truth speaker, because you operate from the frequency of truth, people don't have a choice but to expose who they truly are. If you are a truthful person, I know. If you are a liar, I know. If you're a manipulator, I'll know. If you are envious, I will know. And a lot of times we have been taught to ignore those nudges, ignore our intuition, ignore what we're feeling. All because of what? How long you've known that person. You know, the title that this person holds in your life. You know, we be loyal to titles and letting that override what we feel and what we know to be true, or giving people more chances than what they should have had. Having to learn how to say no the first time. Learning how to cut people off the first time. You know how many, I had to teach myself that. So I know this is something that someone here is going through. You have to teach yourself how to stand on no, how to cut a person off the first time. Even if it feels like wrong, because sometimes it will feel wrong, especially if you are recovering from being a people pleaser. It will feel wrong. Like, dang, did I overreact? No, you didn't. Your intuition told you exactly the energy that was moving through them. Don't feel bad, because it's time to say no. When you say no, you can't allow guilt to override that. You can't allow shame to override that. You can't allow their manipulations to override that. Greetings, Sunkiss. Because you know what? When you ignore things, it'll cost you. It'll cost you. And then you'll go back to that thought like, I should have followed my first mind. Follow your first mind the first time. You'll save yourself heartache, energy, pain, tears. Follow your mind the first time. So somebody here, your friend, somebody close, that's close to you, okay? That your spirit is calling for you to cut them off, okay? What else is here? And time to say no. Yeah, there was a breach of contract here. And that contract was they fake as hell. That was the contract. See, you require people to be truthful and honest. Have some type of dignity and integrity about themselves. They breached the contract being a fake ass friend or being a fake ass person or a manipulator. So that's not guilt that you should hold. That's not shame that you should feel bad for. You gave that person the opportunity to show you exactly who they were, and they chose to be an op. That's not your problem. You gave that lover chance after chance after chance, and they still chose to be your op. That's not your problem. Okay? So when I see this breach of contract, that could be spiritually or literally physically. Okay, there was a breach of contract here. To remain in your presence, it requires integrity. There are a lot of people who don't have spiritual integrity, no type of integrity about themselves. So they can't appreciate a person who does. Because again, there are people who are very pessimistic, very limited in their beliefs, in their thinking. They're in survival mode. So they're constantly trying to survive, even when they don't have to. But they don't realize that they don't have to, right? They don't realize it. So they still operate from that space of survival because of some healing that they need to work on. Okay? Some people just want to be around you because you are a master manifester. They know that you are a master manifester. They know that you have the ability to make your dreams come true. Because you have that get up about yourself. You put your mind to it, then you put your grind to it type shit. And they know this about you. You're very creative. I mean, I'm like just creative all the time, creative. They want to be around you because you give them ideas. Then get mad that they didn't think about the idea first. You know, that's just what it's given. So it says, think they bigger than the program. Exactly. Somebody think they bigger than the program here. Yeah, doing research to find out truths, and you are the plot twist. So I'm getting that people are studying you. Divine Collective, people are studying you. Now, this could be rather you are a content creator, rather you are, you know, whatever you do, okay? People watch you. And that's what the energy was where I was picking up at the beginning of this live. People don't know how to perceive you sometimes because of how unique you are. Because of the energy that you have, the frequency that you're vibing on, you know? So they watch you, okay? And then for the ones who try to purposely create circumstances and situations for your downfall, you have become the plot twist. You was always the plot twist. You know, because you can't be controlled. You can't be manipulated, not the way that they think. So when things don't turn out the way that the manipulator thought it was supposed to turn out for you, now they think you're some type of sorceress, or you're doing some type of magic, or you're doing, you know, some type of otherworldly shit. When really you was just a plot twist. You was just something that they couldn't control. So now they want to know how. What can I find out about them? I'm hearing somebody say, who do they think they are? Somebody feels like, who do you think you are? Out of all the shit you went through, out of all the things you've done to everybody else, you know, because they perceive you, this person here, this group, whoever, they perceive you as being fake. They perceive you as being someone that you're not, because of their limited thinking and what society tells them success looks like, right? Who do you think you are to change timelines? Who do you think you are to show up and be looking like you looking better than me? And you done went through this, that, and the third. Like they keeping, I'm telling you, they're doing research on you, right? To find out some things about you. Somebody eye could be jumping. Or you could have had your eye jumping in the past few days. This message is for you. But you know, and look, I got 1144, 1444. Those numbers could be significant as well. We got 155 on the clock, so that's 555. That could be significant as well. 444, 144. I'm hearing 222. 313. You know, it's it blows me. It blows me back. You know, for people to think that a person has the audacity when they decide to be better, when they decide to choose better, when they you know, acquire new perspectives and new knowledge, and you know, they going about their life more intentional, and you want to point out their flaws and you want to make it seem like they're being fake. No, they're evolving. That's what you're supposed to do. Why aren't you evolving? Why are you focused on other people and their evolution? But that's what I'm saying. This is the energy that they operate through. It's like they can't give you your props. It literally burns them from the inside out to be able to even utter the words, I'm proud of you. You're inspirational. You're doing a great job. You look amazing. I'm here to tell you, you do. Yeah. Something about swans is here. And look, I got Truman Show. Some of y'all could be feeling like you're in the Truman Show, because that's what it gives. It gives NPCs and bots. It gives people performing. You the main character. Authenticity makes you the main character in your reality. You're not a bot. You're not a follower. You're not looking to be something that you're not. You're focused on you know? Yeah, people will hold that back. People will hold that back. You know, and that's because they don't embody that within themselves. See, I can say you are amazing. You are doing an amazing job. You are a phenomenal person. Okay? You are a divine being. Because that's what I embody within myself. No matter what. But everybody can't fix their mouth to do that. It hurts them to do that. We come from families who didn't even encourage us. Most of us here. That's what I'm hearing. Come from families who couldn't even inspire you or, you know, support you or show up for you or none of those things because they felt like they were going to push you further than them. So they all perform like you in a Truman Show. They all perform with each other, you know, to keep you confined to a certain reality and a certain experience. Gossip, talk down on you, treat you bad, in hopes to keep you stuck in that paradigm of self-sabotage and low self-worth. So then when you come out of that paradigm and you evolve, now you the problem. How dare you evolve from the paradigm that we conspired to keep you in? This is how psychotic this energy is that I'm picking up on. You know? Now you know better. Now you know your worth. Now you know who you are. Now you've mastered the art of detachment. Now you've created your own success. Okay? And I got clearing karmic debts here. You've done a lot of clearing. You've done a lot of reclaiming of your shadows, a lot of inner work. I'm hearing dark nights of the soul. You know, you've had to go within yourself. You continue to go within yourself, evolve, grow, learn, gain wisdom, knowledge, new understandings. You know, you way up. You way up. And there are people who can't stand to see it, but we can't focus on that. There are people who are in hiding. There are people who hide in the shadows, behind fake pages, behind fake accounts, fake numbers, whatever way that they can to see you without letting you know that they see you. Okay? So there are people here who spy on you, who study you. They study you just to not get a degree because they're never going to figure you out. See, that's the thing about being an authentic person with a high IQ. You can't just study them one time and think that, oh, I figured them out. It don't work like that. We're divine, which means we're tapped into divine intelligence, which is always expanding and evolving. It's infinite. Therefore, I am infinite. I am made in the likeness of God. Who is God? In my opinion, it's the universe, the all. Okay? So if the universe is infinite and divine, so am I. So they will be better off painting their houses with nail polish than trying to study you. You understand? They will be better off Sweeping. I don't even know how I want. They will be better off doing something crazy and diabolical somewhere else than trying to study the Divine Collective. I'll be posting this to my YouTube so you can always catch it there. Like, look, guardian angels. And then I got energy vampires here. For some of you, you are earth angel. You are keepers. I'm hearing like gatekeepers of divine. Okay? And look, we got guardian angels and energy vampires. So there are people who want to be able to siphon and to cloak onto your energy, to siphon your energy. Okay? They want to be able to invoke you any way that they can. Get a rise out of you. Get a response from you. It could be people you done cut off already. They want you to say something to them. They want you to give them something. But the way you are protected, these energy vampires, these weirdos that want to study you with low IQs and all of those things, they don't stand a chance. Okay, and I got love spell in a reverse. So somebody even could have done a love spell on you. So they want you back into their reality. I'm hearing I fucked up. Somebody feel like they fucked up. Somebody feels like they fucked up. They let a good one go. They told lies on you. They know they told lies on you. They got other people to join in on those lies. Now they want to eat them words. Now they want to go back on their words. Need to put the chickens back in the coop before they lay eggs. Okay. So something here about a love spell, this energy vampire, or maybe you was dealing with somebody that was trying to tether themselves to you. Okay. This could have been a lover here. But this person is gagged. I'm looking at the gag card. They hate how protected you are. They hate how protected you are. I have chills. Okay, so this guardian angels here. I'm hearing Israel. You are so protected. So loved. Okay? And these people are gagged. They are gagging. I got emerald gem. Or something about emerald gems underground. Or you're like an emerald. You're a gem. Somebody here, clarity over closure. Clarity over closure. Sometimes you're just not going to get the clarity that you need. I mean, the closure that you need. Sometimes you just have to go within yourself and question that situation and just really read the energy of it and get your own clarity. Because that could be used as a weapon against you. The fact that you are seeking clarity from a energy vampire, right? Or from a person that is a manipulator. They would try to use that against you. You say, I feel that from the universe every day at every moment. Ashe. Yeah, sending you evil eye. I'm telling you. So they watch you with so much disdain, so much disgust, but at the same time, they're inspired. At the same time, they almost want to, I'm hearing somebody wants to fuck you. They don't know if they want to hate you or fuck you. This is the weird energy that they're in. So they send you evil eye. Oh, you know what? They even tried to bind you to a karmic. That's what I'm getting. Because I had the love spell in reverse. It didn't work, right? Because we're clearing karmic debt. That clearing karmic debt came out here as well. And yeah, they tried to tether you to a demonic lover here. See that? Yeah. They're so obsessed with you. They are so obsessed with you. Say, yeah, I'm too colorful for that. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? They're so obsessed with you. They hate you so much. But they think about being in bed with you. Spirit say you're a gem. I'm telling you. And the color green could be significant. Okay? You are a gem. Mm-hmm. I love this for y'all. I love this for us. Because I'm a part of the Divine Collective too. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Weirdos. And see, we got mind program malfunctioning. They were supposed to keep you under this illusion. They were supposed to keep you tethered to some type of mind control. You were never supposed to wake up out of this trance that they thought you were in. But like I said, you're a divine being who has divine intelligence. You were never tethered to nothing. You were always going to think your way out of everything. It's your mind. It's your mind that they want to be able to control, because it's your mind that will save you every time. Say you're a Gemini. We got sacred geometry. Your mind is like sacred geometry. Hell. Okay? Something like that. I don't do this shit to be liked. Exactly. You don't do this shit to be liked. You don't need nobody to tell you they love you or they like you. Because you like you. You love you. You show up for you. You done been betrayed so much. It don't even matter who show up or who don't. I never was dependent on you to show up for me anyway. You don't do it to be liked. You do it because this was right and because you stand for something, and you ain't gonna just fall for anything. I'm hearing that song by Boosie. He'd be like, it's one of his old songs. He was like, Father God, I've been portrayed. Feel like they beat me like a slave. I will play it, but I'm going to post this to YouTube. But, you know, it's like people have did some of the worst, the dirtiest, the most disgusting things to you that you had no choice but to trust you. Trust the universe and surrender to the universe and trust God. I'm talking about people you've helped, people you've encouraged, people you've showed up for, people that you wanted the best for. But they betrayed you. They wanted to enslave you and your mind and keep you less, so they thought you was less than them. I got a targeted individual jumping out here. Yeah, you felt like you was being targeted by these people and they wanted to isolate you. But again, that ain't do nothing but send you into hermit mode, because now you're like, okay, I don't got the help that I need. I don't got the support that I need. Well, I got to get it some way. I got to do what I got to do. Then what that teach you? It taught you how to trust yourself. It taught you how to depend on yourself. It taught you that people ain't who you thought they were. Regardless of the potential, that don't matter. I don't give a goddamn about potential at this point in my life. You got to show me. I don't care what your mouth say. I don't care about none of that. What I think you could be. Nope. What do you do? Let me see what you do. And then I'm side-eyeing that too. Because why you doing it? You know? It's just like, no. Somebody karmic mother. Okay? Somebody karmic mother could have been jealous of you, envious of you, or just causing you to she was trying to cause you to stay in a space of delayed success is what I'm hearing. Delayed success. Never want to take accountability. And this could be somebody karmic father. I got right behind that. Okay? Never want to take accountability. You know, gaslight you, make you feel like you crazy. It's not what's really happening. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. You know, you're over exaggerating. Yeah, okay. Somebody, they robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm just really getting like spiritual thieves. Like they just steal. They just steal. Okay, they want to steal your asses. Yeah, okay. Maybe they spent a whole lot of money trying to dominate you. Okay, robbing Peter to pay Paul to get this domination spell. Or they done ran out of money doing some type of spell work here. This song, Get Up, Stand Up by Bob Marley. Don't give up the fight. Okay? Yeah, y'all wasn't equally yoked. And these people are mentally ill. And they wanted you to be mentally ill, collective. Yep, they exiled from divine protection. They don't have divine protection. Okay? They don't have divine protection. So this is why they steal. This is why they in this energy of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay? Because of the shit that they do. They don't stand for nothing. They're very desperate. They have no moral compass whatsoever. They have no core values. They stand on absolutely shit. Okay? And they're mentally ill. Exactly, Spirit. Says your intuition is sacred technology. Your intuition is sacred technology. Trust your intuition. I'm telling you, it'll never let you down. And go within. Allow your spirit guides to guide you. Scarcity is a sacred reset, not a punishment. It's an initiation. So somebody could be in the energy of feeling like things are scarce. It's a test. Okay? It's not punishment. It's an initiation going on. You're in an initiation right now. Okay? What else is here? Somebody last name Dixon. And enabling abuse. I got enabling abuse I seen here. So maybe this karmic mother and father had something to do with enabling abuse or not protecting you as well. They wanted to have domination over you. Or this just could have been a karmic masculine or feminine energy that you were connected to, okay? Yeah, they was trying to put voices in your head. They was trying to make you think things that were not true about yourself. I'm also getting like, it's not that you don't have or deserve more. You are just right in the trans phase. Like you're transitioning. Okay? You are entering a new timeline, like quantum leaping. That's the phase that you're in right now. So it looks scarcity. It looks like scarcity or it feels like scarcity. But in actuality, you have more than you know. Okay? If you are divinely guided and protected, then you know or should know that you have everything that you need. Okay? Okay. That's what I was getting, Phoenix Rising. Something about, yeah, somebody wasn't protecting you, protecting the collective the way that they should. Okay? And it was all by design. It was all a part of the programming, right? Because we have the mind programming malfunctioning. It was all a part of the programming to tether you to that lower frequency or that low experience. Right. To bind you to the astral realm. Okay, because these are energy vampires, right? They're desperate, right? They'll do anything to survive or keep this illusion going or this performance, because they're not who they truly believe that they are. Okay, but they wanted to tether you to the astral plane so that you never became who you needed to become, and so that they could siphon your energy. And I'm getting, for some, it could be hard to believe because it's like you expect more from a mother figure, a father figure, right? This is why Spirit was bringing up the title message earlier as well. See people as energy and their spirit, not their title. See people for what they do, not what they say, what they don't do, how they choose to show up or not. All of that matters. You can never tell me you showed up for me when you didn't physically show up for me. And it's not that they can't, they just don't want to, because they don't want you to be better than them. This is how they perceive it. They don't want you to be better, do better, look better than them. If they can't have a hand in your success, as long as they can control your level of success, if they don't have a hand in it, then they don't want you to have it. So they want to keep you mentally deprived, mentally stressed, depressed, down, low, and out, so that you never feel the confidence within yourself to rise. They rather see you down than in your individual, unique self thriving, if they ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay? Somebody name could be Cheryl here. Give me a few more spirits. I gotta go. I gotta go get my baby, y'all. Yeah, you have the power of choice. You are the creator of your reality. Exactly. And I'm just saying reptilian. So somebody not even human. And look, we got a win is a win. You're winning regardless. And we got Canada. Somebody could be in Canada here. Yeah, they were trying to persuade you. They was trying to coerce you to become something that they wanted you to be. And somebody could be getting a new job here, a new career, or some type of divine opportunity coming in for you as well. Okay? But I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to know that everything is working for you and not against you. Okay? I got a couple of cards that fell on the floor, and I want to read these too. And then I'm going to let y'all go. Okay, betrayal, it says, betrayal broke the illusion of expectation. They were never capable of loving you. This was a blessing in a disguise. Okay? Betrayal broke the illusion of expectation. Like, again. And look, we got clarity over closure. These were the two cards that fell on the floor. So this is definitely confirmation. Choose clarity over closure. Trust your inner knowing, okay? Their betrayal was a blessing in disguise because it broke the illusion. It collapsed immediately because you started to see them for exactly who they are. Their coercions, you know, it didn't work anymore. Their mind control tactics didn't work. So Ashe, you guys have a big, beautiful day on purpose with a purpose. If you would like to see this replay, catch me on YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel. Click all the links, okay, in the bio. Yes, we all are given free will to make our own choices in life. Choose wisely and create your own success. Don't let anybody make you feel any less than who you know you are. And your circumstance never determines your worth. You can change your reality like that, which is a new thought. Ashe.